I think I'm way too bearded to be a Kingsman. Oh well. Yeah, because that's the only thing that's stopping me. To die on a bearded movie guy. Bearded movie guy looks at Kingsman, the Secret Service. Shh, don't tell anyone. Well, actually, you should just tell a lot of people. It's a really good movie. Let's see what he has to say about it. Brought to you by the Bearded Movie Guy. I'm the Bearded Movie Guy, and today I'm talking about Kingsman, the Secret Service. Kingsman is directed by Matthew Vaughn of X-Men First Class fame and Kick-Ass. Let's look at what it's about. There's a secret service called Kingsman. And they're awesome, and no one knows about them really, and they do all this off-the-books stuff and save the world every freaking day. In the beginning, one dies, and Colin Firth, who was his friend, goes to his widow and says, here's a little medal, we're sorry. If you're ever in trouble, call the back of this number and say something in particular, which I'm not going to tell you. And we'll take care of it. Cut to years later, there's a scientist being held. It's played by Mark Hamill. Yeah, Mark Hamill. And a Kingsman goes to rescue him. He takes out 5 guys in very violent fashion and rescues them. Except for the fact that this girl shows up and cuts him in half. Literally. When a Kingsman dies, the Kingsmen get together, sometimes at a table, sometimes holographically, and decide that they're going to pick a new one. So everyone gets to bring one recruit to the table, and they have to go through all these trials and be like cool montage stuff about doing school and shooting and parachuting and taking care of dogs. At the same time, that kid that got the medal at the beginning is all grown up now, mostly, and he's gotten in a bit of trouble, and he's in the police station, and so he thinks, I'll call this number. I've never needed it, but I'll call it now, and he calls it, and all the charges get dropped, and Colin Firth shows up and says, hey, got a proposition for you. And he becomes his recruit after Colin Firth beats up a bunch of guys in the pub, which is freaking awesome. And so it's all about the training and will he become a Kingsman? They're only looking for one, literally. So it's like they have like 9 applicants, and a lot of them are all stiff, upper lip British people that like to look down on the common man. That was more Sean Connery, I didn't mean to do that. And yeah, it's about the training. Now, there's a bad guy, and the bad guy is Samuel Jackson. He's kind of trying to do something for the planet, which is good, but awful at the same time. That's all I'm going to tell you. This movie is terrific. It's fun. The action's great. The setup is perfect. It's got spy stuff. It's got action stuff. It's got intrigue. It's got all mystery. There's like a lot of stuff. And it's got a lot of humor. Now, here's my only gripe with this movie. I did not know that this movie is very violent. Like bloodshed violent. And a lot of, we'll say F-bombs. Yeah, a lot of F-bombs. Now, is that a bad thing in itself? Heck no. That's part of movies. But they didn't kind of market it that way, and because of that, my 2 daughters, who are 10 and 12, were like, I want to see Kingsman. And guess what? I wanted to see Kingsman too. So I took them on Family Day. We just had a Family Day thing in Canada. It's like, you get a day off to be with your family. And so we took them to Kingsman. Yeah. Holy crap, that's a lot of swearing and a lot of blood. Again, which is fine in itself, it doesn't bother me. But when my 12-year-old's sitting next to me and going, whoa, that wasn't good. So I found out Kingsman's rated R in America. In Canada, it's rated PG-14, but I didn't even look at the rating because I saw the trailers and I just thought it was going to be a fun action film. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in there that I wasn't expecting. So be warned, there's a fair bit of foul language and a fair bit of violence that's bloody. I'm not saying it's bad because of that. I'm saying, no, like I wouldn't let my daughter see it. If I would have known that, I would have waited a couple of years. Anyways, the cast is insane. You got Michael Caine, Samuel Jackson, Colin Firth. Taron Egerton is the main character. He's freaking great. I hope I see a lot more of him. And Mark Hamill's in there in a small little part too, which is kind of cool. The action's insane. They do some amazing stuff with handheld cameras and following action around, which is, there's this giant action scene in a church that's just a little mind-boggling. And Colin Firth is a badass. Like, I never would have guessed that, especially from the King's Speech. But man, Colin Firth is a badass. When he's being filmed by Matthew Vaughn in a church. Yeah. Or a pub. So, should you see this movie? Yes, you should go see this movie. Don't see the gray, the shades of whatever. 50 Shades of Lame. I don't know, whatever that was. Don't go see that. See this. See this movie. I give it 4 beards out of 5. Go see it in the theater. As long as you're okay with that other stuff I talked about, you're going to love this movie. It's a great, terrific ride. It's fun. It hits all the right beats. So, have you seen Kingsman? Are you looking forward to seeing Kingsman? Are you going to see Kingsman? Or are you too secret about it to even tell me? See what I did there? Secret Service. No, you should really tell people about it because it's a really good movie. Thanks for watching. I do the Twitter and Tumblr thing. I give written reviews and updates and all that kind of stuff if you're interested in that. Links are below. And until next time, stay bearded, everyone. You haven't been watching the Bearded Mover Guy. Kingsman was awesome. Just, yeah, be prepared. And there's a lot of heads exploding. I'm just going to say that. But not in a, it's like very artistic and musical. Yeah. Subscribe and tell your friends. And as always, YouTube safely.